Oh, I always have to remember how to do this. I think if I change the canvas size really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing Ferrets Behind the Fishies. It is. Also, hello, I live. Welcome in, Mercy. I saw you through your cute little emotes. Thank you. I do really love the critter emotes. I think that they're some of my favorite things that I've drawn. Tonight I'm going to be working on a piece for a zine that I got invited to join. Specifically, I'm going to be doing the cover art for the zine, and I'm going to do a full front and back spread for it, which is one of the reasons I just did the little canvas editing that I did, just so that I could make sure it was the right size. It's pronounced similarly to Merrick. Oh, Merrick, not Mercy, my bad. Or Eric with an M in the front. I understand. Apologize that I missed it at first. Also, new animated critter. I've been gone for a couple weeks, I'm happy to be back. Do you mean the Minecraft block critter? Actually, that's something that we did a while ago, but I realized we never featured it anywhere, so I thought it'd be kind of cute to have it here. Also, thank you for the pets from, I believe, Cyan. There you are. I heard Twitch will be removing combos soon, so there won't be horses much longer. Oh no! I have a sleepover tonight at 6, so I have to leave soon. That's alright. I hope you have fun. I feel like that's a very fun reason to have to leave stream. Not the Umas. And if I'm not mistaken, so it's an American book, so it'll open... Okay, so this would be the back. I just need to make sure that I'm doing this the right way so I don't accidentally illustrate it incorrectly. The nice thing about this is this will work very well for like a this will work well for like a banner style image too. So what I'm going to do, I actually might zoom out a bit to make this easier so that it's like a more gradual stroke. I had planned on having a sort of picnic table-esque spread, where you get like the full table and it stretches from the front to the back with different Pokemon that are kind of lining up at the table to eat. And I was going to feature not just some of the recipes that were in the book, but also some of the foods that are in the Pokemon series itself. Horse personas around the world drop to their hooves. So that's what I'll be structuring tonight. Large pieces like this, I actually really enjoy doing the structure work for, because even though they're difficult, I find that the end piece is really rewarding if you take the time to build it properly. I'm very excited about Surprise Friday stream. I have so many cards to sort through, and this is perfect for background playing. Oh wait, that's exciting. Do you have like Pokemon cards? Also, yes, I will put macarons on it because I think that that's a cute idea, and I also really like macarons. Speaking of baked goods, actually, Forrest and I went on a date today, and we finally got to go to the bakery that we've been eyeing for a bit. So I got a chocolate torte. I've been thinking about getting a chocolate raspberry torte for a very long time, and I managed to get one today, so I have that for after stream. Is it read from right to left? It will be. Hold on. Actually, you know what would be easier is if I just picked up a book to see how it opens. Because I might actually be doing this wrong. I was hoping you'd get one. I did. I was very happy to have gotten one. Oh, hello, Harper. I'm sorry. Because then this will be the back. Okay, yeah. I'm alternating between watching this and The Amazing Digital Circus. I forgot the new episode came out today. Yeah, if I open it like this... Okay, I think it should be fine. Are there new badges? There are, actually. If you saw the little Nautilus, there is a new Shrimp and Nautilus badge. Oh, yeah. Did you get it to work?
Yes. It did have a dead battery in it, but it wasn't just a dead battery. What happened is they never activated the proximity sensor in the key fob, so all the buttons worked, it was connected to the car, all that, but the push to start didn't work. So they tore it apart, they brought it out, they put it all back together, and was just like, well, this is like the key of doom that you have here. and I was gonna buy another key fob because I wanted you to have a key fob. God forbid, I can't find my keys, right?
Mhm.
You should always have a spare. And he brought the thing out to program the new key fob. I was just like, wait a second. All right, I'm gonna ask you to trust me here. He gets out of the car, sprints to across the street, and goes, "Try starting it." So I start it and it works, and I'm just like, "What the hell did you do?" And he's just like, They sold you a disabled key fob is what they did, so I just turned it back on.
Oh my gosh, all of this because of that.
Yeah, and they didn't charge me for it or anything. They just charged me to change the battery. Like, that was it. And it took them an hour, so they didn't charge any labor or anything for it.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't, but that's ridiculous. I'm sorry that
I would have
happened.
paid for labor, too.
Mm.
Like, 100% I would have paid for labor, because I don't know how I would have fixed it myself, but I'm just sitting here like, how the hell? What? Crazy.
Goodness. Well, I'm glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. It's warm and humid and wet.
Yes, I actually shut the windows in here because of that, because the rain started up. Also, did you get to eat sushi in the end? You might be thinking of a different part, but we did actually get sushi tonight for dinner. I'm going to eat it after stream myself. I don't know if they actually managed to get sushi after that strip was written. So hello, Ravenyon. I decided to buy a Switch 2 in Pokopia yesterday as a present for myself for my 1 month post-top surgery. I'm having an incredibly fun time with it. I also got Mario Kart World, and I had fun with that too. I hope everyone is having a good day. I also got sushi today. It's a Good Friday food. Also, I did see someone ask for captions. I turned them on, but I didn't say anything at first, just because I wanted to let you finish your story.
Sorry.
No. That was a nice. I wanted to let you finish your story.
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Someone pointed out that the Amazing Digital Circus episode is coming out right now, so we can watch that after stream.
We 100% should watch it after stream.
You're so excited. Got so many cute Pokemon in Pokemon Sleep this morning, and I'm so happy about it. Okay, so I have something to share. We were very worried. We were very worried that we wouldn't get it in time before the New Moon event ended. However, we have 2 new friends in Pokemon Sleep now. There's one. I'm pleased too because I was a little scared. Oh, I think I sent this one in the wrong chat. If I remember correctly. I did. We got Mew, and then we also got Darkrai. So we now have all of the guys that we wanted to get, which is good. Is the event over? It's not over. You have 9 days to complete the Mew event. And then what happens is every new moon, Mew or Darkrai has a chance of spawning. So it's the new moon weekend right now. So last night, the night before, and then tonight, you could get any of the new moon Pokemon. We were just worried that we wouldn't finish the Mew thing before the new moon event. Darkrai appeared last night, but I prioritized Bayleaf. Don't worry too, because you have time to get it next time. Darkrai doesn't go away; it comes back every new moon, and then you can feed it each new moon too, and get specific items to help power up Darkrai. Because you only get one of Darkrai; you don't get more than one. Do you have plans to do anything special with the spine, or will you just? Oh, so. The spine, it's actually going to be spiral bound, so it's not, or like wire bound, so the spine is not going to have anything on it. That's why I'm doing a full spread illustration. Got Eevee, Jigglypuff, Mareep, and Fuecoco today. I think today, other than Mew, we got Toxel, which I actually have to check and see what Toxel has, because I don't think I've checked what food Toxel has yet. Also, I meant to say zine, sorry. A zine is like an art book kind of thing. They are also done typically they're done on a much smaller scale. But they're like a little collection of illustrations or information that's done in a book format. So sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this smaller. And I got invited to be part of a Pokemon zine that was a Pokemon cooking zine. So what zine is this? I love following new zine projects. Let me grab the link, actually, because I can share it with everyone here. There it is. I can grab the link to this, and I'll pin it in both chats. Is the cover just food, or is there going to be Pokemon around the table? There will also be Pokemon around the table, too. Also, are you going to make a page or just the cover? I'm just going to be making the cover, because the actual pages of the zine are going to be both recipes and illustrations. And the cover is already quite a lot to do for me, so I think that I'm happy doing just the cover. Alright, let's see. I'll pin this in YouTube as well. Fanzines are often bigger and organized by a lot of people. I really like individual and smaller zines too. Absolutely, they both have appeals to me personally. I own a few zines that were like one-shot comics that were made by mutuals or friends of mine. But then I also have some larger zines that I've actually worked on that were like this. Alright, and then I can open this again. Yeah, it's going to be real-life food recipes and then illustrations so that you can see, and also photos so you can see what they're meant to look like. Is it said zine or zine? Crying in European? It's said like zine because it's the short form of magazine. Also, I love this is unrelated, but I love reading Pokemon world-building blogs. I just read one about people irresponsibly adopting ghost types because they got misinformation from chat.gbt. That's really beautiful. And something that would happen, I believe it. I do love Pokemon world-building. Will it be vegetarian or Slowpoke's tail-like? I think that there's a mix of a few different things. I know that there is a curry specifically. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's going to be just so much easier if I draw it by hand. There was a curry in there that I remember seeing that I think used some meat. But for the most part, from what I understand, it is vegetarian. My bird spreading lies. Chatot would, and the thing is too, it works because Chatot also does just repeat things it hears. It's not like speaking. And in the same way, you could argue that like a generative program like that is basically just doing what a parrot is doing and repeating things. I can't spoil too many of the things that are in there though, because I want to keep it as a surprise. May I buy the zine? I may buy the zine supporting artists. I was gonna say, I'm actually really excited for it to come out. Forrest was... Part of the reason that I joined is because when I was invited, Forrest saw and was like, wait, you should join that because I want to make the things that they make recipes for. So I'm excited for this one specifically. It's been a while since we've worked on a zine too. Pretty much, I think it's been since college if I'm not misremembering. We joined zines a lot in college, but that was also because we had a little more free time then. And I would like to start joining them again because I think they're fun and they're a really great way to be involved in the community. I do think I want to buy this. I've been wanting to buy more physical goods from artists. Yeah. I also, one of the things that I always encourage people to do, I know that there's like this is the like no ethical consumption under capitalism moment of the stream, but it's not evil or worse to buy goods and treats for yourself if they're from someone that's like larger or if it's from a larger corpo. But I generally try to support smaller artists when I want to get myself something nice, not only because I think it makes me feel a little better about where my money is going to, but also because it's unique in that way. It makes things feel a little less mass-produced. Also, Critter, speaking of food, I need you to see this messed up drink that I saw in the garden center the other day that's neon green. So how does this work? Do they send the real-life image and you draw the ingredients or Pokemon? So what it was, and the way that the production line has gone so far, is that the chefs started a little earlier, and they made a recipe and tested it, and then they would send the photo of the recipe to the artists, who would then draw the recipe that they made, as well as some additional illustrations for the page where the recipe is going to be. Except for it, behind the minnows, okay, running for their life. It always makes me nice to know that my money is going towards someone's rent or groceries. That's exactly how I feel too. In the same way, actually, CJ, I remember we talked about this. I think that there's nothing necessarily wrong with collecting because I know like a lot of my headmates have their own little like trinket collections that they really like. But I would say that for me it sits much easier with my conscience when things that we collect are secondhand than it does when we get them from the store, like from online stores or their first-hand purchases. Really, collectors in general make me feel a lot more at ease about like the excess of plastic trinkets and goods. Also, I'm sorry for not being chatty. I had a few chores during stream and might be playing Pokopia. Oh, that's alright. Pokopia looks very fun. I'm excited for the eventual future that we get to play, but I know that in the meantime we've been tiding over with Minecraft and getting other tasks and chores in real life done. I would love to be part of a zine as an artist. There's a lot of zines that I see. You just have to keep an eye out for applications, and I know that a lot of zines will either be connected to each other. So if you follow one zine social media, they'll sometimes reblog or like repost other zines' social medias. Or alternatively, there's some accounts that will just promote when zines are looking for people to join them. So it's all about keeping your eye open. There's also zine accounts that share other zines. Yes, exactly. Actually, that's part of the reason why when I saw this I accepted, because I really wanted to get back in the sphere of working on zines again. And it's been so long since we have that to be invited is really an honor. Oh wait, also, this is very cool. I want to start a mouse persona, eventually inspired by the newest mouse in the Lycus page. Was it the one with the ponytail, or was it the one with the kind of bob haircut? Because I like both of them, and I'm excited to know that people like our Enter designs. Trying to get into zines has funnily been the main things that's forced me to improve my art, and I appreciate that even if I don't get in. Oh, absolutely. Don't take it too hard, too, because the first few zines that we applied to in college we did not get accepted to. So it wasn't an immediate thing either. Actually, that was part of our studying art a little more seriously, was we wanted to get accepted to zines, so we started working on background work and other such related things. The second one, I really like the mouse. They reminded of me, the black-coated mouse. I'm glad. I am glad that people appreciate the background character designs that we do. I also think that design is just very cute. I just joined What Are Zines? So a zine is short for magazine. It's basically like a small scale produced or like fan produced magazine, and they can surround a bunch of different topics. You can have art zines, you could have fashion zines. The one that I'm working on specifically is a recipe and art zine, where half of the zine is going to be recipes inspired by Pokemon and food that's found in the Pokemon series. And then the other half is going to be illustrations of the food that the recipes are for. So I think that this bench needs to be just a little bit wider, because as it is right now it's kind of skinny, and it wouldn't be a very good seat. But that should be an easy fix. That's so cool. It is. I do really love working on projects with others, and I think that this one especially just sounds like a lot of fun. It's also so rare that I get to draw food. I do get to do it for our comics sometimes, but I feel like this is like, I don't know, this is a little different to me for some reason. Cocktail Twins is the most perfect music for doing art right now. Thank you. I love the Cocktail Twins. I also wanted to listen to it because it's like a nice rainy day outside. If you wanted to get into zines, what kind of art would you want to include in your application? Illustrations, and specifically illustrations with backgrounds, I think are very important. Because if you just have characters standing there with a blank background, the people who are running the zine don't know if you can do full-page spreads. So I think that that's a really good way to apply. There are also zines that accept people that do fan fiction, or like fan writing, but that I'm a little less familiar with, so I wouldn't be the best to advise for that. And put the table legs here. Also, hello, welcome in, Nick Gamer. But one thing that, and I also will say I've never run a zine before, so I can't say for sure what people that run them are looking for. But when I started to get accepted to zines was when I started presenting works that had backgrounds. So I think that that's an important thing to consider. Forever Mourning the Black Furry artist scene I was accepted into, but had to back out of because my iPad and the time... Oh no! That is sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you can get a chance to join in the future. Do you know if they ever ended up completing the zine? Or the zine. God, I used to say it like zine when I was younger, so I had to relearn it when I was like, oh, it's short for magazine. I need to get better at spreads. I'm so much more of a character illustrator. We also used to be that way, and then I tried to learn backgrounds specifically for it. It is a skill. I don't know if anyone really comes out... I don't believe anyone pops out of the womb as an artist knowing how to draw backgrounds perfectly. And I know it is a pretty intimidating thing to start to learn, but it is fun once you get into it. Also, if you're new to zining, keep an eye on dot zines. There are free digital zines that release every few months, and they'll let anyone in, and it's great practice. Oh wait, that's really cool. I've never heard of that before. Hold on, Pepperly, do you mind if I send that to the YouTube chat as well? Because I think that that would be really useful for everyone to hear. Alright, then I can copy that. I always read a design. It's okay, you're not alone. Alright. Sending this to the YouTube chat, just so that you guys can hear this too. Also, hello, welcome in, Crown J. I did the cover of one of the most recent Pokemon zines. Oh, that's awesome! I'm not sure, but I absolutely got to check to make sure I didn't miss the release. I would love to see it too. Phonetically, it would be zines, so do not blame any of us. I also did that. I was going to say I read it phonetically before I knew what it was short for. Environments like the ones in Stray, the kitty game, are very inspiring to me. All the world building in that game is very beautiful as well. Oh, I agree. I remember the art and the environment of Stray was very beautiful. I try to save backgrounds and photography that inspire me now, because it helps if you have a repertoire. If you're someone that spends a lot of time looking at character art, it can be difficult to try and figure out where to go when you do start getting into backgrounds. So you want to make sure that you're saving references, not just while you're looking for them, but things that inspire you when you see them. In the same way that you would maybe save someone's hairstyle or an outfit if you are a character designer to use for later. Ultra makes everything about Tamagotchis. I wonder if there's a Tamagotchi zine. I promise you, knowing how dedicated Tamagotchi fans are, there has to be. It would surprise me if there wasn't. I didn't even realize you don't normally stream today. I don't. This is actually a special stream because we missed a stream earlier this week, so I wanted to make up for it. As well as, there is a piece for a zine that I have been meaning to work on. So I figured I'd save it for a fun special stream at the end of the week. I think that the table is a bit too thick, which is okay, because I can fix that by like shaving some things off here and there. But it's bothering me because wood planks would not be this thick, unfortunately. I just don't want to make them too thin because then it'll look kind of like, I don't know, it'll look like a piece of cheese or something. The scene looks very exciting. Oh, it is. I'm very excited for it. I'm also going to get to draw Pokemon for something, which is always fun. I looked back and wow, there's a table. That was so fast. Thank you. I don't mind drawing real-world objects. I think it can be... like I said, I understand how it could be intimidating for some people, but I think once you get the hang of it and you understand how to structure things, it's not that scary. Reference is also your friend, too. There was I think I reblogged it to our main, but there was a really useful post on Tumblr that was talking about how if you're struggling with props or filling out a room, you want to get specific references and instead of trying to draw things from your memory, because specific references and specific styles of furniture make things feel more real, even if they're not drawn. Even if they're not drawn perfectly. Sorry, that was what I meant to say. Pokemon cooking and art are some of my biggest interests, so I'm pretty excited for this. Oh, that's wonderful. Also, I forgot that you don't usually stream Fridays. I don't, but I'm excited because I do really want to work on this piece. I'm also excited because after this, I have sushi and chocolate cake to eat because we went out shopping and grabbed some things today, so I have a reward. I just want it because I want more things to line my bookshelf with. I also understand. Someday I'll have to show off the other zines that I own that I've worked on. I worked on a Hollow Knight zine in college, and I didn't do a full page spread for that, but I did do some in-between page illustrations and merch. And then I worked on a frog zine that was for wildlife conservation fundraising, and then another one that I'm blanking on. Oh, an Undertale zine, and a Moomin zine that never got published, and I think that was the last zine that we worked on, because I remember some of us were a bit frustrated that it never came to fruition, but it wasn't the zine runners' fault. It was just that the Moomin Corporation was threatening to sue the zine runners, so they were like, I guess we can't do this. It sucks so much getting references done. Only now when finding images on the internet is like going through Blender, LLMs, Google, AI-only galleries. One thing I would recommend doing is when you do search for images to go -AI, because it will take things away that are AI images, because I've also struggled with that as well. Other than that, I do use Pinterest a lot of the time, because even though Pinterest will have images that are, I guess, like, very clearly doctored, or like they're meant to be a little more photogenic than things would just be in real life. They're useful for the most part. Why is Moomin of all franchises being stingy? Unfortunately, Tove is not one of the people that owns it anymore. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think she may still be alive, but I don't know if she's the one that like makes the decisions for the Moomin Company. It is unfortunately very stingy with its IP, if you know anything about Moomin. Wasn't there a political one in the zines that I've worked on? If you're thinking, I don't think I've ever worked on a political zine, but I did work on one for frogs. Tove passed in the early 2000s. I thought so, but my memory's not the best, so I didn't want to fib either. Tove Jensen passed away 25 years ago. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I wasn't fibbing, but I couldn't remember. Can you write out what you put to get rid of AI in search engines again? Oh yeah, just -AI. So, like, if you're typing into Google, type whatever search term you want, and then a space, and then do -AI. You don't actually have to do the space, like, underscore. You can just literally put a space between them. In a lot of search engines on not just Google, but like Buru style search engines, if you do any term, it won't include searches that have that word. So, for example, Danburu is a really good example. If I were looking up pictures of the Pokemon Absol, but I didn't want to see... I'm trying to think of an example. If I didn't want to see things that like included the trainer Hilda from Pokemon, I could do and I don't know why I would, because I like Hilda. I would do -Hilda, and then it would only show images of Absol that don't have Hilda in it. Especially if you're on a site like Danburu where it does have some adult artwork, and you don't want to see that, like I don't, it helps because then you can filter those terms, although I do believe there's also a toggle for that. But that's just something useful to know when you're searching on Buru-style websites or other... Hi.
I mean, there's a lot of... Sorry, I heard this. There's a lot of really cool things to do to, like, customize your search. So I don't remember them all because I usually use them when I was researching stuff in college. But if you look up, like, search engine commands or something adjacent, you should be able to find a list of them. Because if I remember right, you can... do like a between a certain time. So if you, for say a research project, again, this is just what I know, I'm sure there's more, for a research project needed articles that were published between 2023 to now. Mm-hmm. There's a command that you can do that I don't remember what it is, but that only searches through stuff that was published between 2023 to current.
Well, the other thing that I can say, too, is if you do plus and then any phrase, it will also specifically bump things that include that phrase.
Yeah, so you could type giraffes plus, I don't know, food, and you should specifically get things or stuff should come up at the top that is giraffes, but also talks about their feeding habits or whatever.
Well, or you might get images of giraffe styled foods.
I mean,
That's
that
the
too.
dangerous part of the internet.
That too, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do to like narrow down your search. I don't remember all of the commands.
Digital circus watchers coming in, we're traumatized. Don't spoil anything, please. I would like to watch it unspoiled with my boyfriend after stream. I forgot that was coming out today. Back from... I think I'm gonna throw up. I'm so sorry. Giraffe-shaped cookies? That would be cute. Okay, so... I have that, and that will be like the table runner. Please, no spoilers. I'm watching with my sisters later. I would also prefer no spoilers. Alright, so the other thing I'm gonna do in the background is the ground plane. I am gonna put the title here. So I'll probably avoid putting any Pokemon like in this area here, so that they're not getting covered up by the title. And then maybe I could do some form of credits here. And then additional information on the back here, in case there's anything that the zine runners would want to write on the back. Because then I can give them room to make edits if they want to have any more space in the back to write things. Shaking like a scared meow meow? I'm so sorry. Also, back from the circus too, sobbing, goodness gracious. Sorry, did you detail the planks just to cover them with a tablecloth? I did, because I didn't know if I wanted to put a tablecloth on it. I'm either going to put on a tablecloth or I'm going to put on a runner that doesn't cover the whole table. But the plank details help me space out the table properly and make sure that it's proportioned the right way. Because actually right here is a really good example of this. This back plank doesn't have enough room, so it actually might need to get a little wider back here. Otherwise it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But that's as simple as hollowing this out and just moving a screw over a bit. Because sometimes tables sag in the center after they've had things on them for a while. So it's okay if it's not perfect. Oh goodness, I hate when Twitch chat gets covered by ad break. Hold on. Also, yes, this is the Cocktail Twins. It's on the playlist. It's their album For Calendar Cafe. It's one of my favorites. I was thinking of playing Heaven or Las Vegas after this. I hate... Okay, wait, I can turn ad notifications off. And why is this so small? I'm trying to make it so I can actually see both chats. And I'm kind of fighting for my life here. Alright, there we go. But no, I was writing about our diary comic earlier today, and just a few things that I'd noticed and some theories I had, because I have heard many people's shared sentiments that they relate to it, or it's been helping them a lot, which is very flattering to hear. I just also have theories as to why. Should I put a pinned post up about... Actually, if you don't mind, CJ, that would be fantastic. Are there any Pokemon you have to put on the front cover, or do you get to choose? You get to choose what Pokemon are you planning. I got full creative liberties with the cover, which I'm very excited about. And I'm planning on putting... I am definitely putting Furret on the front cover because that was one of the specifically requested Pokemon by a few of our headmates. Specifically, I'm thinking of having Furret like right here. I do want to have Applin on the table somewhere. Dragonite might be too big, I apologize. I do kind of want to have... I'm biased, I want Absol somewhere in the drawing. And if I could fit them, I'll probably put some other food-based Pokemon. Like, I think that having Appleton would be cute. But we'll see. I do also want Munchlax. I actually there is Munchlax at other places in the zine, so it would make sense. Really quickly, I need to fill this in so that the planks are not being too noisy. Alright, so I'll put this here, but then I'll make it a little lighter. Why did Fido get automodded? What did she do? I could also do Fido. Like I said, a lot of this depends on what we have room for, but I would love to get as many food Pokemon as I could. As the Appleton guy, I'd understand if it's just Applin. My dog is large. I do love all of the line, too. You can put jelly donuts on the table, too. Well, so a lot of the foods that I'll be putting on the table are things that are recipes in the book, but I do have a few foods from the Pokemon franchise screenshotted. The evolution of Fido is, Dash Bun. Oh dear, you spelled that very much not like the name. It's okay, I love you. Alright, I'm gonna make this a little bit darker to cover the rest of the planks. But what I might do is have a darker color for the side of the table so that it differentiates it and creates kind of like a cast shadow. Warrior Cat's OC Dash Bun. Actually, I think that could work as a Warrior Cat's name, if I'm not mistaken. My totally original character not based on anything Dash Bun. So hello, Critter. Alotopus is back from the digital circus. I'm personally shaking. And I was going to say, I'm very excited to watch it after stream, but please don't spoil for me. I want to see it myself. I am a fan myself. What Pokemon are going to be on this piece? Like I said, I know for sure that I'm going to put Munchlax and Furret. I was also considering... Actually, not considering. I'm going to put Applin for sure. I would like to try and squeeze an Appleton if I could, and I might try to at the back. Can you do pin messages on YouTube? Yes, you can. Streams, while I don't attend all of them, they give me something to look forward to when I'm able to attend them. Even if they're normally last long, so I have to cut off before bed, that's more than okay. And it's also nice having you here, too, so thank you. I'm always happy to see regulars come back to chat. Alright. Now, I will say, first and foremost, I'll probably start with the food, because that's going to take the most detail, and also should be the focus of the piece, obviously. I might put Furret in as an anchor Pokemon, because it's going to be on the front cover, but after that's done, I will do the food. There was someone who made a Google Doc of all the unhinged names that would work as Warrior Cat's names. That's kind of beautiful. Also, what food will be here? So a few of the food items will be official food items from the Pokemon games. And some of them will be things that are going to be in the recipe book itself. So I can't spoil too much, but I will say you'll probably like a few of them. They're very cute. Hi.
Hi. Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I open a salad bag, eat half of it, and then put the other half in another bag, like in a Ziploc or something for you for later, would that be okay?
I'll one-up you if you eat that half of your salad and then you come back. I can take a break to eat my half of the salad, but you have to draw.
I don't know what I draw!
You can draw whatever you want. Alright, so this layer is not used for anything. This is the text. I'm gonna put the front and back on the text layer just so that they're all there visibly. Draw the Applin Line Forest. He could do that. Will there be lava cookies? Yes, and you may be happy. Well, I can't say anymore. I shan't say anything. By the way, are you going to make the Pokemon to scale, since many Pokemon are inconsistent when it comes to size, especially Furret, who's actually huge? I'm going to draw them the size I think they are. I think that Furret would be about this big. Hold on, I am actually going to grab a FERT reference, though, so I can draw it properly. Because I think it's a very cute Pokemon, but I want to make sure that I'm drawing it to model. Oh, it's so beautiful. Alright, hold on. Oh, I think the album ended too. Sorry, There's Always Heaven or Las Vegas, which is also a good album. But yes, you will be learning to make many of the Pokemon game foods in this. You will be pleased. I think that maybe I'll put the title... There we go. And its face is kind of like... I want to join Pokemon zines, but I don't think I'm compatible for them because I don't draw on model, so it's not super fun for me. You know, Lemmy, you say that, but I recently saw a Pokemon zine that was specifically focused on illustrators that do more illustrative style Pokemon drawings, and a lot of them drew very similarly to how you like to draw Pokemon. So, while it's already passed, I think that any zine creator worth a damn would love your art style. Well, I was going to say, I think that the diversity is actually important. But you might find some luck, and I would keep an eye, because it was actually a sister zine to this one, so I don't think that you have much to worry about. You should keep an eye on these runners. Alright. This fur face is very cute, but I don't know if I like the pose. I'm just used to do not draw Pokemon off model that most scenes I gave up. I understand. Also, hello, welcome in. Wait, hi Harpy! I think I'm gonna do... it a little more, like, animal-like, where it's got, like, its foot up on the table. I think that would make a more dynamic pose. And then I could have something smaller here. Drawing Pokemon on model feels like a struggle because they're also specifically shaped in a way that is Pokemon. I think because I've grown up drawing them, it's something that I'm familiar with, but I also understand. I feel like it's very true to life to have illustrative Pokemon because real animals would be drawn in a variety of ways too, no? No, that's what I was thinking. I guess, like, when people want to sell Pokemon-related things, they try to keep it on model because that's what the fans are used to, but I like the difference in illustration and design. I do want to look into zines to join. I've technically done 2 so far, but I'd love to do more. It is really fun. It's a very fun experience. Alright, you have little paws. Pichu is just an apple tall. It is. It's like a little guy. I'm just stopping by in the YouTube for a few minutes, dipping my toes in the water, one might say. Also, it's good to know your YouTube username so I can mod you for later. Gotta make sure its head stays round, because that's part of Pichu's charm in its design. The other thing is, too, I'll have to get good at drawing dishes, and that's something I struggle a lot with, actually, I think. Just because dishes have... if they're not drawn exactly proportionally, like a still life dish, it can look very wonky. But in order to make this like a proper food setup, it definitely needs some. Does anyone know of zines that aren't fan art based? I want to be fully original with my own OCs. I actually, thinking about it, I did join a trans zine at one point. That was not in college. That was when we were in our 20s. There's also Who Up Pitching the Baby. It's Pitch the Baby, you're right. That's the song title. But there's a lot of like queer-owned zines that I know of that do illustrations. That do original illustrations, that is. The music might be a little loud, I can turn it down. Hopefully that's a little better. There's a good chunk of furry zines revolving around different themes. That too, actually. I've wanted to join a furry zine because I feel like the ones that I've seen have been really beautiful. Alright, there we go. I thought this was Tori Amos at first. No, but I do also like Tori Amos. I remember the trans zine, I was in it too. Really? I don't think anyone dislikes Pichu since it's super cute. I enjoy using it in Smash when I was younger and a bit as an adult. I feel like Pichu is like, if people don't like Pikachu, maybe they won't like Pichu too, but I feel like people that don't like Pikachu, I don't know anyone that really strongly dislikes Pichu. Could I get a link to the album? Sure. I also like this album. I'm always happy to share. Alright, hold on. I do have to grab the link, though. If I can find it. There we are. And I've been seeing a robot-themed OC on Blue Sky, so there's themes open... Oh, like a robot-themed zine? There you are. I'm okay with Pichu, but I do like its beta design round. Oh, I do love Raichu, too. I don't dislike any of the mice Pokemon. I'm neutral on Pichu when it's too bobblehead. I like when the babies look like mold spores. I understand. I fully understand. I especially like Elekid when it's like very round and tiny. I got confused where fur it was, but I found it. Oh, on the screen. So are you going to be adding Absol? I will. I would like to. I just have to make sure that I balance out the piece properly first. I was thinking of doing Absol on the back cover because there's some space there, and that way the focus is the Pokemon that I mentioned. I need to do my diligence as an Oh, because of the BTS comeback. I feel bad at admitting I know nothing about BTS. I'm sorry. I love Toxel and Clobbopus, my favorite baby Pokemon. I really like Clobbopus. I think it's cute. I like that it's a... So shout out to everyone who thought Spiky Ear Pichu was a different catchable variant of Pichu. Did you not know that it is? It's not catchable, but you can get it in-game. I have one. It was an event Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon that can only exist in... Yeah. I have it on my Pokewalker. I had it on my Pokewalker last week. And, fun fact, in Heart Gold Soul Silver. And you can still activate that event if you use the DTS, and you can have a canon, like, official event Pichu that you could only get. But the thing is, it doesn't cost money or anything to use the DTS, so you can have, like, event Pokemon from older games still. You can, officially, yeah. You don't have to use a Game Shark or anything. Please look up activating Gen 4 and Gen 5 events. The ear doesn't go away, but you can't evolve it. So that's why it doesn't go away, is that it has to stay Pichu forever. Also, wait, you're right, DNS. I was saying DTS. So it's called the DNS, which is, You're very right, though, Harpy. There's an event Shiny Pikachu, and if you bring it to the Elex Shrine... Or it's an event Shiny Pichu. If you bring it to the Elex Shrine, a Spiky Pichu will be your friend. Darling, this piece is so far. I love the thumbnailing. Thank you. This is one of my favorite parts of the process, admittedly, so I'm enjoying it. Like, structuring pieces especially, I feel, is so important to making sure that you make a piece that you're proud of. But I know that it can be intimidating because of that. But yeah, I meant to say DNS, not DTS. If you look up Pokemon Events DNS channel, I think that should bring it up. Because it is really worth doing. It's how I've completed my Gen 4 live decks, even past the date of a lot of those event-exclusive Pokemon. I have a Canon Shaman, I have a Canon Mew, Canon Deoxys. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon you can only get from the DNS events. Does the DNS thing work? It does work on the 3DS, yes. Now, I don't know about the Twilight menu part, but it does work on the 3DS. Have you ever wondered what Spiky Pichu would look like if it were able to evolve? I actually believe I had DeviantArt mutuals that drew a spiky-eared Pikachu when I was younger, but I could be misremembering. Alright, so those are done, although I am going to add for its little stripe here. And then its tail can be kind of going behind here. I don't know if you would see its other cheeks, but it might help. Hello, Everpony. I hope this will encourage me to finish a piece I want to post. You should. Join me in working. It's satisfying. It'll be fun. Alright, so I don't need furry reference anymore. But I do need to plan out where I'm going to put some of this food. So I think for sure... No, Furret's not good. There's still a drone Furret. I wish I had a picture of just... Oh, wonderful. Okay. I wanted to just have, like, every berry that you can get in Pokemon. Drawing the stream is like art class but nicey. You know what? I might do, and maybe it's too insane, but I want to do a personal Pokemon digital zine, and you could buy separate pages as prints. You should totally do that. I actually think that would be a really lovely idea. That would be really cool. Lemmy, I think that would be fun, genuinely. Especially because doing illustrations is fun. I have thought about doing something similar but with a calendar, where I do illustrations but then make a calendar at the end of it. But I would just have to pick a theme. Alright, there's Pichu. So... I think what I'll do... I might need like a good reference for like a basket. I'm sorry for a super specific question. It's okay. I'm recovering from foot surgery and struggling with drawing. If you have like a go-to productive drawing zone, if you've been in a situation where you've had to work outside of it, do you have any advice for staying on track, focused? I've been feeling super unproductive, and I'm trying not to be hard on myself because of healing. Okay, so one thing that I would suggest doing, and this is actually something that works pretty well for us, we do 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, especially if you are trying to get back into something but your attention span is kind of shot. And I'm sure I've linked it before, but I want to link the minnow clocks. What you can do is do 30 minutes of artwork. Just try to draw anything, just anything that you can get yourself started drawing. And after 30 minutes, have that little timer go off and then switch to an activity that's fun. And when that 30 minutes is up, go back to drawing again. So you might be working towards the 30 minutes of the fun activity, but you'll at least be getting started drawing. Minute clocks, my beloved. It works very well. I think that helps. I forgot minute clocks. I need to steal that minute clock. Thank you, of course. Also, one thing I am gonna do. Well, text is there. If I don't make it too deep, it should fit here just fine. Because then I could do like a little ribbon on it too, and that would be cute. It's been so hard to just not go on social media rot while I'm literally stuck in bed. That's the other thing that I do, is I delete social media apps from my phone. I'm being completely honest. Could I be a pain and ask what the song is? Not a pain at all. If I'm not mistaken, this is... This song is Heaven or Las Vegas. It's the same as the album cover, or the album title. I was using minute clocks today, not for art, but to remind me to hydrate and stretch. Alright, hold on. And bring back the YouTube chat. Fur is behind the fish. No one has said it yet. Someone did, but I don't mind you saying it again. I think it's sweet. And then I'll do this. I probably can zoom in now too, because I've already done the structural part of the basket. Hello Critter, welcome in! I have a busy day on Monday due to me doing more than just the culinary course this time. I hope that you have fun, even though you are busy. And I definitely want to do a Lumio skillet, or a galette, I think it's called. Actually, I have pictures of some of the foods so that I can reference them. I should bring those in so that you can see what I plan on doing. I can't bring up everything because some of them are spoilers for the zine itself. But I can put this right here for the time being. Actually, maybe I don't need the top part. It's kind of redundant. And then I can get rid of the bottom part. There we go. I don't think I'll do the pewter crunchies either because I feel like it's just chips. You need a chef Pokemon. Do we have a chef Pokemon yet? You mean like as a species? There is a chef in Pokopia, but it's just Greedent. Alright, let's see. I've always thought pewter crunchies were plantain chips. I could see it. I could see it. Alright, there we go. It'll be fun to draw the weave for the basket too, because I think that'll add like a nice texture to what is otherwise just a bunch of kind of round, like shiny looking berries. Working on an animation right now, I almost had the line art done. That's awesome. May I ask what an old gâteau is meant to be? I believe that it's meant to be kind of like a fudge, if I'm not mistaken. At least texture-wise, that's always what I imagined it to be. But flavor, I could not tell you. Maybe it's supposed to be ube or taro. Isn't gâteau like an actual food? Oh my gosh, is it? I have no idea. It's so rectangle. I know for a fact that the Rage candy bar is not actually candy bar. It's meant to be daifuku, which is like little mochi. It's a real food. Really. It's a cake. Huh. It's so square. What's the inside of it look like? Now I want to know. It's a type of pastry? What is it? Oh, it is literally just a cake. But why is it purple? Is it purple because it's old in the game? Because none of these are purple. I'm fascinated. I don't understand. My brick cake. It tastes like something sweet made of beans. Gâteau means cake in French. Huh. If it helps, they already made a real-life old gâteau? Really? Oh, this doesn't... This is not a cake! This is not a cake at all! What is that? It looks like a gummy. I also wouldn't want to eat this. It's Yokan! Okay, wait. So did they just not translate it the right way? Yeah, I was... Okay, so I was right when I said that it looked like it was meant to be kind of like fudge texture. Yokan is a wagashi made out of red bean paste, agar, and sugar. It's usually sold in block form and eaten in slices. I've had this before. I don't know why they named it a gâteau then, because it's not cake. in the slightest. The Japanese name for old gâteau is Forest's Yokan. Okay, so it's another localization thing like the jelly donut, which makes no sense. I feel like it just confused more people. That's so funny. Like onigiri being called a jelly donut. I was gonna say, where in the world did they get gâteau from? I love that Pokemon will just lie sometimes. I would have accepted, they could have just called it like a jelly. And I think that more people would have been accepting of that. It's the same thing with other region-exclusive foodstuffs up to Gen 5. The lava cookie is actually a rice cracker. You're kidding. No, you're right, it is. They changed the name because the food is supposed to be a pun with the spooky house. I see. Now I want onigiri. I love onigiri. I haven't had it in a long time. It is totally just a rice cracker looking at it. Oh my gosh. That's really funny. Also, and chateau is French for house. That's the pun. You're right. Okay. Old gâteau from the old chateau. Okay. I understand. I was wondering what the pun was, but now I see. Oh my gosh, welcome in. Call me Naka. Hello. I hope you guys had a lovely stream so far. Naka Raid. Hello, hello everyone. Hold on, really quickly I'm gonna full screen my OBS so I can see chatters. Old Chateau, Old Gâteau in Forest Manor, Mori no Yokan, Forest Yokan. So it was a pun in Japanese too. Also, hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a lovely day so far. We're working on a zine we're working on a Pokemon zine cover right now. And we were just talking about the old gâteau because I was trying to figure out what food it was supposed to be. Oh, time to leave. That's alright. Well, no worries. Zine, lovely? Yeah. Hopefully everyone had a nice stream. Also, hi, Call Me Naka. But yes, we're working on a Pokemon zine. And we were talking about the old gâteau, the Pokemon item, because I was confused what it was supposed to be. And we found out it's supposed to be yokan, it's supposed to be like a type of jelly, but the translation changed it to gâteau so that it kept the food name house pun. Alright, let's see if I can bring the YouTube chat back up so I can see them. Good night, and remember, keep up the Pokemon thing. Alright, no worries. Alright, and I'm going to readjust this. Also make sure to stretch, thank you. So it's reminding me of the difference between what the West calls dessert versus Asia. I mean, I think that desserts globally are really a thing that changes depending on where you are, both because of ingredients and also flavor profiles. Alright. Because I would argue that I do think that like a jelly is a dessert, but it depends on what you're looking for when you go for a dessert. I just figured it was like a fruitcake. I didn't even consider regionalization. I had always thought that a gâteau was just something I didn't know, because I had not heard of, like, I did not know what gâteau was supposed to be at first. But hearing that it was cake, I was like, there's no way. That has to be a regionalization change or something. Alright, hopefully I can get the detail of the basket weaving and not have it be too noisy. You never heard of petit gâteau? No, I haven't. I feel like I should have, but actually I don't know very much about French in general. Fancy cake, what's the Japanese name? Moriokan? Because it's like, yokan is the food, and then mori means forest. If I remember what Lemmy said correctly. Alright. Are you going to promote the zine once it's out for order? I'm sure lots of us will be interested. Yes, actually, I had the zine pinned for a bit, but then the amazing Digital Circus episode ended, so we had to pin to remind people not to spoil it, because I haven't seen it yet. Castalia cone looks so tasty. It does. Gâteau is cake in French the same way biscuit is cookie in French. It's just pronounced biscuit, kind of. Huh. Petit gâteau is like a warm, tiny cake who's melting in the middle. Some people have it with ice cream. So kind of like an American lava cake. Like melting in the middle, like it's got like... Yes, the episode just came out. I wish I could eat a castelli cone. See, the one that I always wanted to eat was the malasada. That looks the most interesting to me. I don't know what the galette is meant to be. I kind of want to see if I can find a picture of a real-life one. It's a rustic freeform French pastry, similar to a pie or tart, made with a single crust dough folded over a filling, which can be sweet like a fruit. Alright. It looks okay. I think that I would eat this. Actually, I may have had one before and just not known what it was called. No, that looks nice. There's a few different kinds too, and they have like savory versions. That actually looks a bit more appealing to me. Like this one looks like it's done with cheese and artichoke? I think this one looks more like something I would enjoy.
Does this look cute or stupid?
I think it looks cute.
Pickles on here.
I don't think that it looks stupid.
Okay. Your salad is salading in the fridge.
Okay.
I didn't put any toppings or anything on it because I didn't want it to get soggy.
No, that makes sense. Do you want to swap?
Mm.
Thank you. You can talk about food. Do you know what I learned today while we were streaming?
What?
Hold on. Old gâteau is yokan. It's like the Japanese jelly dessert that we had.
Oh.
And the reason that it was localized like that is because chateau means house in French. And in the Japanese version of the Pokemon games, there was a pun on it being... Because yokan, I think, also means house, you said? So it was Mori no yokan, which is like the forest yokan, which is the dessert. But then there was also like the house in the forest. And so when they localized it, they tried to make it so that there was still a house pun. So it's old gâteau from the old chateau. But gâteau is cake. So I was looking at this, so I was like, that's not cake. And it led us down our little rabbit hole.
Harper.
Same with how the lava cookie...
You already ate all his fronds. Go away. Go away.
Killing the fern.
Yeah, he literally stood up on the bin. That's how he got it. He's standing up on the bin and like knocking the fronds down.
Alright, hold on. I will also hide Critter Tuber so that you can pull up... yours. Here you go.
Thanks.
I'll be right back. And you can draw whatever you want.
I don't know why you put the... I want to stand up. I don't know why they did that. Hello. Yeah, sorry, Critter's gone. It's me now. They're going to get salad. Going to get a salad. Anyways, I gotta get myself situated. The way he just popped on screen, yeah, it just, I just turned the layer on that had me in it. I'm always here. Or I'm mostly here. Alright. I wasn't watching because I was eating, so I have no... I do not know what we... Like, I know what we're doing, but I don't know what we're doing, you know? You know? I had to figure out what to do, too. I didn't realize it was you, Forrest. That's why I changed into my guy. That's why I changed into my guy book. Oh, is this what you guys were talking about with the... Huh. We're drawing whatever you want. Okay, well, there's that, or there's, hang on. Is it... Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this, and you can take my wig for this, but I always thought this was a galette. Is that not how you pronounce it? I guess I'm not French. A galette. But no, there's a, oh my god, there's a gay baker. There's a gay baker, and he's doing, a cookbook of chocolate. Oh my god, what is it? It's like a chocolate... Instagram. He's doing a chocolate-specific cookbook launch. And it looks really good, and I want it so bad. Because I was seeing him preview some of the recipes. I'm trying to, like, find it so I can get a screenshot. But then I remembered that this is not my computer, so I'm not logged into Instagram. Hold on, like, 2 seconds. I did send it to you. You should buy it. No, you. He has so many different cookbooks. Because there's one, it's the same guy that does small batch bakes, where they're recipes specific for like 1 or 2 people. And I really want that one too, but I already got 2. I already got 2 dessert books. I got 2 dessert books, and the problem is, right? Usually, when I want things, hang on. So when I want things, especially when I want books or whatever, my shelf, I was going based off of my shelf, right? And there was just like the tiniest bit of room. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can shove a few more cookbooks. Like right into this little space right here. But there is now no more space because I bought them. So I'm like, maybe I could like stack them on top. Maybe it's okay because they'll fit on top. Like I can put them in sideways. New shelf. No, but like I can't have too many. I can't have too many cookbooks because then I won't use them. And they're heavy because I get the hardback books. And there's another cookbook that I really want. Don't cookbooks go to the same place you keep food? If you have enough room in your kitchen, I do not. I do not have enough room. Hello, Harbor. Hello. I don't think is it Easy Gay Oven? Is that what his Instagram is? No, okay, Easy Gay Oven is another guy. It's hang on. Don't worry about that. You didn't hear anything. I just need it so I can pull it up for a screenshot because this shit looks so good. Yes. Okay. I don't know. Is this print screen? Okay. Like I'm gonna pull this up. And you're gonna go, oh my god, this is like insane. Edit. Paste. Like come on, all of this looks amazing. This all looks, hang on, it's even missing, wait, how do I, how do I, okay, here we go. Like, are you kidding me? And he was just talking about a Basque cheesecake, which is a style of cheesecake where the outside gets sort of like burnt. So it was a chocolate Basque. You know, I'm probably not saying that right or whatever, but it was a chocolate cheesecake that was specific, like in the outside got all caramelized, and I was watching the reel of it and I'm like, I need it. But there's another guy, hang on, there's another one that I need to find because I think he is also, he also does cooking stuff. I follow so many chefs. on. That is the only reason I still use Instagram, is because I follow chefs. And most of them are gay. I don't know if this one is, but most of the ones that I follow are. And I'm pretty sure, is it Easy Gay Oven? It is! Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Sorry, we're talking about baking, so like I can do this. Ew. Sorry, the UI for Instagram on mobile sucks. Come here. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I think that I'm all set up again. I will close out. Do you care if I close out the food?
No, you can close it out.
There's so many open food tabs now. There we go. Let me get my chats back. I wanted to stall for Far stream because I missed him, but I'm gonna play a game with my friends. Have a nice stream. No worries, and thank you for staying in while you did. I'm gonna pull up YouTube chat again. My wife says they're obsessed with the jaunty little dance your PNG tuber does when they talk. I think that means you, Forest. Alright, and oh, you have such a tiny little brush shape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the shapes of berries so that I can kind of stack it up. This also doesn't look like properly rounded, but I can fix that. That's not too hard. I'm super autistic about the Muppets, and when I got an ad with them, I completely forgot that it was an ad. I understand. I love how Comic Forest is how Comic Forest is sweet and Stream Forest is sassy. Wait, is he? I think he's sweet in real life too, but he does have a little bit of sass to him. I don't know, I have no idea what he said while I was gone, so I don't know what Sassy Forest is, what it sounds like. I haven't had the motivation to draw my self-ship that I loved, yet I write a lot about it. Is there some advice to help me get my motivation back? Okay, this is going to sound silly, but sometimes there are scenes that, like, writing it isn't enough. Like, you need to see it visually, and if you have things like that, then drawing scenes to things that you write might be the way to get back into it.
Oops, sorry, I was trying to turn my phone down, not turn it up.
Oh, that's okay, dear.
But I'm gonna tie these.
Also, I was told that you are sassy while I'm drawing.
Am I sassy or am I just gay?
It's possible that you're just gay.
Okay. Now, hopefully he can't do that anymore.
Is it okay?
Well, we're gonna find out.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault.
I feel bad that it keeps happening. Step away for a minute. I can't believe I missed Forest time. I'm so sorry. Am I sassy or am I just gay in many such cases? Did you have a Friday stream today? It was a bit of a surprise stream, because I had to cancel earlier this week because of a landlord investigation. I guess it was really just a regular inspection. I wanted to do another stream to make up for it, so that's why I'm streaming today. Buddha Berry looks like masculine? Which one is that? Oh, it kinda does. Alright, let's see. And since those are on the bottom, they won't be very visible. But I just wanted to have something for the other berries to stack off of. Investigation. She just needed to come in with the insurance person to make sure that everything was safe. Also, thank you for the stretch and safe break. Got coffee with sweetened condensed milk out of necessity, though just because we're out of creamer, but it is yummy. Oh, it's very yummy, especially Vietnamese iced coffee is. Would you all be mad at me if I said I haven't saved this drawing the entire time? I don't remember if I said this, but do you know Good Kid? At least their music. I know the group because of their animated music videos. I don't, actually. Scary. I sometimes forget to do this. This is a pretty frequent occurrence. Alright, and the Magist Berry... I don't know what the Magist Berry is meant to be, or like what berry it's meant to take inspiration from, but it's very cute. Actually, what if I did tomato instead? I like that it's just a spiky tomato. I think that the berry design in Pokemon is really funny, because most of the time they're just like, what if we took this regular fruit and added some spikes to it? Based off mangosteen. What is a mangosteen? Because I just saw them in Minecraft because we got a fruit, like, mod, I guess? But I don't know what they taste like. I didn't even know that they were a fruit. Girl, please save, you're going to kill me. I saved, don't worry. I saved when I saw that redeem. I forget. I get so into the zone and then I forget that I'm supposed to be saving. I don't know what Mago Berry is. That's the other one. It kind of looks like a banana, but I don't think it is a banana, because there's Nanab, which is what I'm pretty sure is supposed to be the banana. It's from Southeast Asia? I see. What are you drawing, Critter? I'm working on the cover for a zine that I got invited to draw for, actually, which is very exciting. Also, I think that was the end of the playlist. I'm going to go to Minecraft music just because I think that it'll be a little more like low stimulation. I won't have to keep changing. But that way I can focus on the drawing. I only knew them from the start cover that I didn't like, but I've wrongly judged them on warming up. I understand. I've had a few music groups that were like that for me. Hello everyone. Hello Heartbeat. Welcome in. So we have like a little berry basket here. I want to do platters for some of the things that are in the actual zine itself. Wish I could draw with you, but I'm sick, so I can't stay for tonight. Oh, no worries. Alright. Also, thank you for the resub, Moss on Rock. Oh no, Minecraft music, I'm gonna fall asleep. I mean, it's not so bad. It's not late, but it's never terrible to fall asleep a little early and get some extra rest. Alright, so we have some pink. I should put a raspberry in between so that the colors get spaced out a little bit. I also don't know, is Rust meant to be like a blue strawberry? Raspberry, maybe? Like a blue raspberry? But it doesn't look like a raspberry, it looks like a strawberry. Yes, exactly. Okay, it is a blue strawberry, because it's just straw, but, like, scrambled a little bit? It's a strawberry. Okay, okay. I think I just enjoy... An asper is obviously meant to be a pear, but also so is the wee pear. So there's two pears. I don't know what wiki is meant to be. Kiwi? Is wiki kiwi? Asian pear, Western pear? Okay, okay. A kiwi. Okay, I think this is fun. This is like something I did all the time as a kid. I was like, trying to find out what fruit the Pokemon berries are meant to be. Isn't a pear usually two, to be fair? Very funny. Just made stir-fried bok choy and it's absolutely banging. Thank you for your bok choy propaganda, Critter. I'm so glad. I still want to do a vegetable sticker sheet to help people track what vegetables they've tried. You know, I've never had cauliflower before. I kind of want to try it at some point. I think that's got to be maybe part of the sticker sheet is I have to try new vegetables myself. Matthew Gaston is a botanist that does a deep dive into all the Pokemon berries. Oh, that sounds really cool. Never knew the berries were based on fruit, albeit I only played a couple games in the past, never really used them. It's like a fun little side part of the games, because the berries are used in a bunch of different things. You get to use them in a few different baking mini-games that the Pokemon games have. But also, there's like berry-specific games. I love cauliflower. I don't like broccoli, which is why I think I never tried it, but it's not the texture of broccoli that's a problem, it's the flavor. Because it's got a very strong flavor to it that I don't like. There are very specific games. Did anyone play the Munchlax drop game where you had to like drop berries down and feed Munchlax, and it was like a web browser game? I think it was part of the Dream World, if I remember correctly. But this one was one of the berry games. And for the baking mini games, there is the poffin making in Gen 4, where it's basically like a little mini cooking thing where you have to like stir to bake poffins and make sure that you aren't spilling the batter, and then you get little poffins at the end of it that you get to feed your Pokemon. Cauliflower fries up great for vegan buffalo chicken bites too. Interesting. I miss Pokeblock minigame. I just like the baking games in Pokemon. And I know that Pokemon isn't a baking game, but like, I think that that would be something I would play. I like to make food, and I like to see more about the Pokemon universe, so I think they would be cute. Not been in the loop on Pokemon zines. What zine is this? This is the Pokemon... It's the Pokemon, I think, kitchen zine? Pokeplate, that's right. Sorry, it's a cookbook zine. I can pin this again, too. Let me do this. Because if you want to look into it, you can. And that way you can save it for when it comes out. What it is, it's going to be a cookbook, so half of the book is going to be illustrations of the food that's featured, and the other half is going to be recipes so you can make the food in real life. Oh, I already sent that to the YouTube chat. That's fine. Wasn't there also a berry picking mini game you could play with your Pokemon in X and Y and me? There probably was. I don't remember that as well. Berries are like the best held items ever, honestly. They've been important ever since Nintendo Cup 2000 and the rest of the competitive scene since. That is also true. Yes, there was Berry Picker. Okay, so I couldn't remember it, but I do believe you. Alright. What else? Maybe I do a Palm Tree Berry. Palm Tree Berry, I mean, by the name I would assume it's meant to be a coconut, but it doesn't look like a coconut. Because coconuts come from palm trees, if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't look like one, so I don't know. If anyone remembers and misses the time when official Pokemon website had minigames, you can find an archive of them on the Wayback Machine. I didn't know that. Wait, this is... Oh, Harpy, this is going to make someone very happy. Thank you. I can't believe they did retire these. These were really cute. I don't know why they did. Yeah, Munchlax's Berry Bonanza was the game I was thinking of. It's this exact game. That was a thing? Yeah. That's because a palm tree berry is a palm nut, not a coconut. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know what a palm nut was. Okay, wait. I'm also sending this to the chat. This was the game I was talking about. Because I remember playing this specifically after school when I got home from, like elementary school as a kid. Here you go. Gear League Season Slider, that was my shit. I don't remember that one. I think I just played the berry game. The other thing is, too, on the Pokemon website, for playing the games, you could get, like, coins to, like, stylize your trainer character or whatever. So I would play the berry one because that was the one that I was best at. Alright, let's see. I could put the Bluckberry here. I like that Bluckberry is just, like, a blackberry. It's just kind of... I mean, it looks like grapes, but it's a blackberry. And we already have the Grape-a berry, but, like, is that meant to be grape fruit? Because it doesn't look like grapes. Fun stream to wake up to, but it's breakfast soon. Thank you for the surprise stream. Of course, and thank you for stopping in. And what Pokemon would you have beef with if you were in the Pokemon world? Hatenna would have beef with me because I'm very extroverted, strong positive emotions. It's funny when they got translated as berries when they're fruit in Japan. Wait, really? That's so funny. I kind of liked the idea that the berries could be large. But they really are just fruit. They're just kind of like different kinds of fruit I'm trying to think what Pokemon I would have beef with. Probably Grimer or any of the goo Pokemon, because I cannot stand like slime as a texture, and I think that would drive me crazy, and I would feel very bad for them. Oh, no worries, Niazur, and thank you for stopping by. And I like Goomy and Goodra. That's the problem, is it's like it's not their fault that they're made of goo. But I don't know if I could handle goo Pokemon. You'd hate Ditto, I would hate Ditto. I would really not get along with Ditto. Alright, so this is... Actually, really quickly, I might do a preliminary like color placement so that I can see what colors I have here. Otherwise, I'm gonna put too much of the same color right next to each other, and that wouldn't be good. Now, Gumi did nothing wrong, but Muck is definitely slimy on purpose. Oh, exactly. I mean, I know that Muck is just made of trash. That's also kind of not his fault, but, like, I don't know if I could have or take care of a Muck. They can be large. Bananas are berries. That is true. That is true, actually. Pineapples are also berries, I believe. They grow upside down, so you'd expect them to be. So maybe berries is not a terrible translation. I mean, really, berries and fruit are kind of the same thing. I wonder what the classification is that makes something a berry versus a fruit. So, wiki. Does Trubbish eat trash? It does. That's why I don't have too much trouble with Trubbish, is that it helps clean up. All berries are fruit? Okay. Okay, so calling them berries, it would make more sense to call them fruit, but calling them berries is not wrong either. It's actually a bit more... It's too bright. Okay, there we go. That's the right pink. And then Bluck, I actually put the Bluckberry right next to the Wikiberry, so I might change that to a raspberry, just so that there's some color diversity. Berry is a fleshy fruit from a single flower with one ovary. Interesting. If I recall, it has something to do with how seeds grow. That would make sense with what Moss on Rock said. I think it's... Also, I see a lot of people coming in from watching the new Amazing Digital Circus episode. I would love to watch it, so please don't spoil it for me. I would like to watch it after stream is done. Alright. Oh, and I put the palm tree berry right next to this one, too. Well, palm tree's kind of blue. No, it is a bit purple. Darn. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I just finished watching episode of 8, The Amazing Digital Circus, biting at the bars of my cage. Today's question: what's a game you went into that you expected to hate it, dislike, but ended up liking the game more than you expected? I don't think I've ever played a game I thought I would hate, but there's definitely been games that I have played not knowing if I would like it. Lethal Company is a really good example. I got Lethal and I didn't know if I was going to like it very much. And then as I was playing, I ended up enjoying it. So that's probably the best example I could give. But I generally, if I think I'm going to hate something, I'm not going to play it, because I have very limited time. I wouldn't spend it playing something I thought I would hate. Speaking of after-stream activities, I've been meaning to send you some pictures I took during a trip I went on last year. Oh, I'd love to see. Alright, and it looks like the raspberry top is that color, and then tomato is a little bit darker green. It's not like... Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just laying down and Harper comes up and starts sniffing my armpit.
He's freaky.
Fucking weird.
Did Forrest... No, he didn't say biting. Harbor came up and started sniffing his armpit. The current music is so melancholic it makes me feel like someone died in an anime. No, it's Minecraft music. He's freaky. Freaky Harbor. First he goes and bites the palm frond and kills Dad's plant, and now he's sniffing armpits. He has no respect. Alright, let's see. The Bountiful Berry Basket. I wanted to have just like a cute little thing that shows off a few different berries from Pokemon here. I thought it would be nice. Oh, I didn't put the Lumberry in yet. That one's easy. And that's like a nice, easy berry to draw. What else? This might need... There's like yellow right here. Could probably do another light blue in the back. Oh, Oranberry. That one's easy. And that one's like another important one to have. And then maybe Leppa in the back here? Or like right here. Cat at Forest. Maybe he's not freaky. There's just a chance Forest put on deodorant that's confused Harbor's senses. I can tell you that unfortunately that is not true because Forest was out today, so the reality is he probably doesn't have deodorant on anymore, and he's smelling... Did anyone spot the fur? Yes, but you're welcome to point it out still. So I think he was being freaky. Or at least he was just sniffing him because he's like, wow, you smell. Alright, and then I could put the Grape here. I'm actually surprised I didn't do Pineapple either. And I'll do... This way they'll stand out on top of the fruits. Making a nautical beach theme persona and having a lot of fun. Oh, that is fun. I was here when Spotting the Fur was discussed, yet I didn't actually know and see until just now. It's like it's a game. We had Furret on the stream, and I think that people were sad to see it go, so we just kept it. And then, and now it's become like a I Spy game. If I bring these back, can take green from here. Loki might make guacamole or avocado toast after stream. Oh, that sounds lovely. Everyone's eating so well today. Thought it was Saturday until I saw you streaming. The weeks have become a non-existent blur. It's okay. If it makes you feel any better, I don't usually stream on Fridays either. I'm just streaming tonight because I missed a stream earlier this week. So I'm making up for it now. Alright, this is turning out pretty well. Trying to see what else I could put in here to keep the color palette consistent. It looks like there could be a red or a... Oh, there could be a pink up at the top. We could do like a Prismberry, and I think that that would work well. It would keep the color palette balanced, but it would also keep things spread out so it's not like all on top of each other. I don't know what Prism is meant to be either, in terms of real-world fruits. That one confuses me as well. Can I just grab the pink here? I will say though, the color spread is very charming. I think that this worked out well. Oop. These might need to go up like one. There we go. No? There we go. Persimmon? Maybe. It doesn't look like a persimmon if I'm remembering what they look like correctly. Reminds me of the fruit basket item in Animal Crossing. I do also love the fruit basket in Animal Crossing. It's very cute. I do think that this looks good though, because I was a little worried that the berries would be too color chaotic, and I could always reduce it so that it's more of the same, but I don't think that I'll need to. I think they actually look pretty well balanced. Japanese breeds of persimmon are more triangle-shaped. Are they? Okay, then that makes more sense, because the ones that I've seen have always been rounded. So, I have those there. Where's the basket? Here's the basket. I'm going to group everything that's in the basket together so it's a little easier to move around. Because, as it stands, if I grab these all, if I'm not mistaken, they should look good now wherever I put them. Oh. Where's... Oh, there's the text. I grabbed it and put it on this layer. Okay, now I can move it around. And it should work anywhere on the table. So once you've drawn one thing, you can kind of set it wherever you want, which is convenient. I may also fill in the basket for that case. Any advice for those looking to get more into Pokemon? I've always loved certain character designs like the evolutions ever since I was little, but I haven't ventured any further other than oh, cool characters. Any recommendations for games or videos to get more into it? I have been recommending people Pokemon Sleep because it's a free-to-play game, and it's actually really cute. It's like a good sleep tracker, and it rewards you for sleeping well, essentially. But also, like I said, it's free, so you can play it and test it out to see if you like it. Emulating Pokemon is always a good way to get into it. Really, what game you start with depends on what you want. I love Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2. Those are some of my favorite games. But I also do really enjoy the Mystery Dungeon games, just because of the writing. I think that they're probably some of the Pokemon's best storytelling other than Sun and Moon. Also, I realized I never did the top of the palm tree berry. There we go. It's so cute. And now it can be moved around and put on top of things. Actually, I'll title that berries. Because if I title it Fruit Basket, I'm going to be like, fruit? Where? Remember when everyone was going nuts and trying to get the cod on a cooling block recipe? The what? Oh, in Animal Crossing. Wait, yes, I do remember that was a recipe people were looking for a while. There are definitely a billion entry points into Pokemon, though. But I would say, if you're looking for free ways to play, Pokemon Sleep is very cute. I had a really bad nightmare last night, but when I woke up and checked Pokemon Sleep, I got Darkrai. It was awesome, so I was happy. He came to visit you. He didn't mean to cause the nightmare. I was, like, thinking that. Alright, so the other thing... I'll probably have to have, like... a tray with drinks? Or maybe the individual drinks... Well, no, because if you were serving a few of the same thing, you would set them on a tray. Or I could do, like, a flight. Oh, that would be fun. I'm going to put all the table in the same layers, too, so that I don't get confused. And move that around. I did not spell table correctly. Oh, but a drink flight would be really cute. Okay, I think I'll do that. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Also, a lot of people have been getting into Pokemon through Pokopia. Now I'll tell you this, if you don't have a Switch 2, don't fret, I don't either. Even as a Pokemon fan who really wants to play Pokopia, I don't have one. But if you have a Switch 2 and you want to try Pokopia, a lot of people that have not been in the Pokemon franchise yet are playing Pokopia as their first game, which I think is fantastic. I think that it's a really sweet game to get into the series with because it's so cute and it introduces you to the characters in a way that is, like, true to how I think people should become fans of Pokemon. I think that too often Pokemon get boiled down to, like, oh, are their stats good? Oh, is their design cool? But at the end of the day, Pokemon are meant to be, like, your animal friends. They're meant to be, like, monster companions. So being friendly with even the ones that are a little weirder looking is part of it. I've been holding off on getting Pokopia because I know I'll get obsessed and want to do nothing else. I also understand that. The only reason I haven't gotten it is because I don't have a Switch 2 and I want to wait till they have, like, a cuter design out. But I really want to play it and I know I will get obsessed with it when I get it. Usually when they have drink flights, they'll have little notches in them so that you can hold it a little easier. Also, let me grab really quickly. Oh, I could put Moo Moo milk on the table too. I love the desserts in Pokemon Sleep look so good. Every time I make them, I'm just like, I don't usually consider myself a dessert person, but this looks really good. Let me go. I'm only going to look at oh, I need to go get the desserts menu. There we go. Okay, so curry salads. I definitely want to do... All the food in it looks so good too. There's one that was like the cross chop one? Or Watervale. We'll start with the desserts. Oh, and I can do the macarons too. Sorry, I'm opening a few different things so I can grab them. Because, like, this is one of my favorites. It's like a little... Oh, wait, where are you? It's an eclair that looks like Clodsire. Like, how cute is that? Is that your keyboard? Yes. The clicking noises... Oh, what is my keyboard? It's a Z99 mechanical keyboard. That's so cute, my baby. Clodsire. This is one that I've been making my Pokemon all week because it's the one I have the ingredients for. And then definitely want these. I really like the Azumarill donut. I think that's such a cute idea. The illustrator for this game has done like such a lovely job of making Pokemon food. Like food that you can tell belongs in the Pokemon universe, but like it looks like good food too. And the only thing is I can't show all of these because some of them will be spoilers for the zine itself. But I can bring some of these. I wonder how I could have this up so I could see it though. I will be right back. I'm going to pull this in so it's a little easier. I have so many tabs open while I'm drawing tonight. Oh goodness, where did it go? Okay, it is in pictures. I'm opening one of the drinks, but like I said, I don't want to spoil too much of what's in the actual zine. So I'm like flicking back and forth so I can see it. There we go. Slowpoke tail yummers. Yes, you can actually eat Slowpoke tail in Pokemon Sleep. There's the flight. I'm gonna have so much food to draw on this. Yes, you can have friends in Pokemon Sleep. And And I think I'll also put the coffee jelly on here because even though it is technically dessert, it's not a drink. Well, maybe I will save this just for drinks because there's another drink that I could put on here that I think would work just fine. Should I get Pokemon Sleep? If you are someone that wants to sleep a little better and also someone that likes Pokemon, yes. There's really no downsides to it. And as a game, the progression is slow, so it's like easy to just play and kind of have in the background. The friend feature on Pokemon Sleep is only if you're an adult. Important to note. I didn't realize that. I guess because I've never not been an adult since it came out, at least in the traditional sense. All right, here we go. I think this might be a little crooked, but I can fix that. It's not too hard. The other thing is I might edit this to add more recipes as more people put up their work in progresses. Because some of this is I just didn't have as many work in progresses illustrated or that were finished that I could grab. But it'll get easier as more get done. Oh, only for adult accounts. I never knew that. Was there any reason why? Probably just because, if I had to guess, if you really wanted to be creepy, what time someone's sleeping could tell you approximately where they live or like what time zone they're in. And I don't think that that's like super damning, but it's enough that they probably wouldn't want that information to be exposed for someone that's a minor. And I understand that. I actually think that that's a pretty smart precaution to take. So I don't know what that layer is. I could probably move these around. I think that's reasonable, yeah. There's a lot of reasons that I could see that happening specifically. Okay, now I can bring the YouTube chat back too. Thanks for the videos, friends. They help me learn a lot in cell shading. Oh, of course, and thank you for watching. I hope this isn't embarrassing, but I played Pokemon Smile as an adult. I don't think it is at all. Actually, I think there's different things that everyone needs help with or like struggles with. So I think that having a way to gamify taking care of yourself is smart, honestly. Critter, hi! Welcome in, Coda. Nintendo is very minimalist when it comes to socials on the game. I think they're smart for that, because unfortunately I feel that there are definitely people that would abuse the social feature. Alright, here we are. I was accepted to CalArts character animation. I'm going to CalArts. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. That's very much deserved. Alright, merge with the layer below. Like I said, I can't think of anyone that has earned or deserved that more than you, that I know, but also it is very impressive, so congratulations. I feel like we got the full character arc in seeing you, because we've seen your art the whole time. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I know it's kind of hard because Critter's always smiling, but I am smiling very huge right now. Ooh. I'll keep thanking all the minnows because you and Critter inspired me so much for the past few years. That's so sweet. I feel, like I said, it is very much earned, but I'm also happy to see. I know that you worked very hard for it. Maybe like, sorry, now I'm doing composition. I'm like, where am I gonna put this? That might be the way to go because then it won't block anything. And then I can do the purple one at the end. Watching on YouTube right now, but I just wanted to pop in and say thank you for the surprise stream. I'm on a break from substances right now and really wanted a distraction. Of course. And honestly, a Friday stream is like a nice way to do that. I know that Fridays are probably the hardest if you're trying to not do things. That looks so much nicer. I just needed to stack them size-wise so that they weren't blocking each other. Alright, and then... this one I'm most excited for. I never considered the combination. I can't spoil it, but I think that the idea is really cool. All right, and that's the platter. What are you drinking? Oh, I just have cold brew. Me personally, I have cold brew, but the thing that I'm drawing is the one that I was saying was a really interesting combination. The professor in Pokemon Sleep is so cute. I have to say unholy things about that man. I like him a lot. I like him regularly, actually. Not because he reminds me of anyone particular. I haven't heard anyone say anything less. I have heard so many people say I like him. I like him the regular amount. Even my mutual that just started playing was like, wait, he's kind of cute. I'm like, finally, I see everyone's coming to be enlightened like I have been. Hold on, I think that needs to be... He's so cute with it. I would do a Pokemon Sleep print. Easily. Easily I would do a Pokemon Sleep print. Also just because I really like Neroli. You have one type? I do. I've never denied this either. I really do just see a character that's like my boyfriend and I'm like, I love you. I just looked him up. Hello, Sailor. I understand. Hold on. Let me get a picture of Neroli so that I can show you all why I am this way. And I can merge that down. Although really quick, I'm going to get all of the drinks and put them in front of the Pokemon, so that they're a little easier to move around. There we go. I just Googled and he's gorgeous. I'm glad everyone's seeing my vision. Hold on, I need like a non-blurry full body. Look how cute he is. He really is just like my boyfriend. I love his color palette too, right? And he's got Snorlax as his buddy. Neroli print with him sleeping next to Snorlax would be beautiful. It was either that or I would do him cooking. Oh, maybe I will be playing! I understand. I'm not even kidding. When they announced Sleep and they showed this character, I was like, I've never fallen for a mobile game before. He's cute. I actually do feel a regular amount because I'm airways, though. No, that's okay. I'm weak for a wonderful fat man. And he's sweet. He's like really sweet. He reminds you to eat and sleep. What more could you want? He's like a little ditzy and he's kind. All right, let's see. This guy looks how you draw forest. You understand. You understand how they got me. You pulled him before you pulled him up. I was like, he better be fat. I'm so happy. The beautiful thing is too, like every fan that I know that draws him that likes Neroli also draws him really well. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that the people that like Neroli understand what makes him such a good character design, but nobody makes him shrink wrapped. Transition and boyfriend goals. I'm so glad to see that you're understanding me. Okay, so this is the drinks. You have one type and that's forest and it's beautiful. We do. This is true. to make the ube foam a little more foam-like, but otherwise that's pretty good. And then I'm also going to grab like a darker brown color for the platter so that it can pop from the table a bit. I did not mean to hide them. May I post my sleep friend code in here? You guys are welcome to share your sleep friend codes, I don't mind. I think there is a limit to how many friends you can have, like I think you can only have 50 Pokemon Sleep friends. If I'm not mistaken. I will have to sketch a thumbnail for a Pokemon Sleep print. I would do that. Yeah, you can have friends in Pokemon Sleep. Now, Harpy pointed out you can only have friends if you are an adult. Minors can't have friends at Pokemon Sleep until they become adults. And that's just for internet safety. Alright, I think maybe what I'll do is have the body be like more yellow wood so that it doesn't distract from the drinks on it. There could even be a runner, but that's a lot of detail, so we'll see. Well, no, maybe I will do a runner. I'll just do it kind of doodly for right now. I will say illustrations like this that have so much detail though, it's so much fun. Like I never get to draw detailed pieces like this. And I might not be the best with colors, but like I do like getting to, I don't know, I like getting to structure the piece. This is very fun for me. Would you make this a print? I think morally I would not want to, because I think that if I profited separately from the zine, it would probably be seen kind of in poor taste. I am glad that people like this piece, but I don't... And now I could ask the zine runners, because I could say that people were asking, but I wanted to see how they felt about it. But if I had to guess, probably no. And because usually one of the incentives to buy a zine is to have that be the way to physically own the piece. The other thing is the proportions of it wouldn't work for the way that we usually do prints. Buying the zine and framing this. Well, so the cool thing is, because this will be the front cover, if you have this book and you prop it up like in front of a bookshelf, you would see it, because it's going to be on the front of the book. That makes sense. I figured I'd ask. I do appreciate it too. Didn't they say in their FAQ that after the zine is made and can't be bought, people can sell their works? Oh, I didn't know that. I might have missed that in the FAQ. Thank you. I can always read back, and if I don't see it anywhere, I can ask them, but if that is in the FAQ, that's fantastic. I tried sleep the other night, but I didn't end up using it because it pauses my phone's audio and I can't sleep without listening to something. I understand. Also, is there a link to the zine? There is. I think that I had it pinned, but I think it got unpinned. But I can grab it from the YouTube chat really quick, so give me one moment. Also, hello, hello. Let me grab the link. But please, please everyone go check these guys out. I'm really excited for the zine personally. It's been quite some time. Pokemon Sleep also features relaxing noises. Oh. Hold on, maybe I need to refresh. But yeah, there are noises that you can use in Pokemon Sleep itself. There we go. And I'll manually unpin at the end of stream. This makes me want to play Pokopia some more. You should. The other thing is, I can leave the color balancing to another part that might be a little more successful for that. This is for the food zine. I saw you were making the cover for it. That's awesome. I am. I'm really nervous because like that's such a huge honor to be given, but also I'm excited because I don't get to draw food all that often. All right, let's see where. Well, I feel like it's obvious what drink that's supposed to be. Do you think command would work easier? Are you going to be working on this for a bit? I'm going to have it pinned for the streams that I do plan on working on this. I may in the future have specified streams where I work on this piece because I know that it's going to take me some time. but I'm gonna just keep it pinned for the stream while that happens. Oh, hold on, it's covering in-game alarms too, but all the noises for the alarm make me want to throw my phone. Are they like scary alarm noises, or are they just like really like loud? The artist lineup for the zine is bigger than I expect. This is exciting. Well, because some of them are chefs, so it's not just artist, it's chefs and artist. I'm gonna do like a little dessert tray, I think, that's got like cookies and now the thing is, I know the lava cookies are technically rice crackers, but because they're called cookies, and I think the recipe that's in the zine is for actual cookies, I'm gonna put them in the little, well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do macarons and donuts in this one, and then I'll do a separate one with the lava cookies. My friend Aura Broader is on that sign. Oh, that's awesome. I like the basic Pokemon sleep alarm more than my actual alarm. It's sensible and unintrusive in my opinion. I actually don't think I've used the alarm. This is gonna sound really bad, but I just usually let myself sleep because if I don't, I know I'll be crabby. There we go. I think this is going to look really cute when it's all done too. I use the alarm only on days where I need to be up early, honestly. I'm doing Pokemon. Also, yes, hello, welcome in. I don't know if I like how colorful the berries are. It's cute, but it might be distracting with how many different ones there are. I could make the berries themselves go away and like come back to it. You know what I'll do is I'll send in the berries that I have down for the current work in progress, and then I'll see if I want to change it or touch it up. There's a Tumblr account for the zine too if anyone's interested in that. It's accessible through the card in their bio. I could just link the card because there's a few different accounts. Pokemon Sleep actually has a smart alarm feature where it plays during the times you should, according to your previous sleep data. Wake up and get all rested and not groggy. I haven't tested it myself though, so I'm not sure if it actually works. All the berries have been eaten. They're gone. Maybe just desaturate them? I could. I think part of it is just the actual color palette itself. I've said on streams before, but I'm not the part that's particularly good at working with colors. I am trying. I've been studying it, but I'm just not, it's not my strong suit. So I think that this would be best handled by someone who is a little bit better with it. But at least structurally I can prepare the piece. This is what happens after everybody's eaten. The table's all done and it's all empty. I can put them back for now though. Actually, you said just desaturate them, but now that I'm thinking about it, I could just do that. The only thing is now, of course, the colors will matter later. You need to sleep. Thanks for the surprise stream. I really enjoyed it. Of course. You don't use a tablet with a screen. No. Wait, how did you realize that, though? But no, I don't use a tablet with a screen. I use a slablet because I get bored. Well, not bored. That's a really goofy answer. The FAQ. I see. No, I use a tablet. I use a tablet that's like a slab because if I try to do a screen tablet, it's difficult for me to see what I'm drawing, and I also don't like how it feels with my neck. Like my neck gets kind of craned. I could just fill this all in gray instead of trying to force myself to do the colors. This might actually be the way to go because it'll show the illustration a little more clearly. Okay, I can do that. And then that one I might keep what I might do here is do... There we go. Because then I can see it, but it's not like... Also, holy shit, 30 years? Wait, 30 years of what? Of Pokemon? I think what makes them clash is that they are cool tones. That is true. That is true. I was also looking at how bright the drinks were, and I was like, I don't know if I like that. Really quickly, what I'm gonna do is grab these three. Wait, where are you? Where's the blue one? Oh, it's at the top. Okay. This will look goofy, but I promise it'll make sense in a second. And... it does at least help me see what's going on. But now I can do the pastries in the box, which is what I wanted to do. Sorry, I ate my salad very quickly so I could come back to stream. I do kind of want to sneak the coffee jelly somewhere in here, and because it would make sense to be near the desserts as well as the drinks, because it's a little bit in between. Coffee jelly's not really a drink. It's like, it's deceiving because it's got coffee in the name. Was the salad yummy? It was pretty good. It was a good salad. Oh, also, this should go up here so that I can draw over top that. I don't know how to make it clear that this is like an Azumarill donut, other than the ears. Your salad and all veggies love you, Critter. Thank you. Jelly is like a drink, but solid. I don't agree, only because you have to chew, and I don't think you should have to chew a drink. I'm sorry to all the boba fans in chat that are mad because of this. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Okay, that makes it much more clear that it's Azumarill. I could even put the Clodsire cake in here. The Clodsire eclair. I was about to protest with boba too. I was gonna say, I knew that people that like boba in chat were gonna say, wait, but you chew boba, and I'm like, I don't particularly like boba. Alright, so it's got its little... and then it has like spines that go at the back that are made of chocolate. I don't know if anyone's making this for the zine, but I really hope so because it looks super cute. And then I guess I could put like an eclair here to make, or I could put it up against the back to make it clear that this is an eclair. So it's not just a random Clodsire that's in the box. And I got more donuts in the back. I don't know if I would do more Azumarill donuts to keep the color palette, or maybe switch it up a bit. No, I'll probably do different colors. He's clotting all over the place. And then I could do macarons in the front. Like, it's like someone went to a bakery and just got like a bunch of different Pokemon-themed pastries. They're gonna have to cut into Clodsire, though. That's sad. Because I don't think you could just eat the whole Clodsire yourself. I mean, you could. You could just pick up the entire Clodsire and eat it. But it seems like a lot. They would have to kill him. Watch me? Just all in one bite? This art makes me want to visit the Pokemon Cafe even more. You know, the bummer that I've heard about the Pokemon Cafe is that the food is apparently not very good. Like, it's very cute, and everything looks really nice, but apparently the food that they make is not actually that tasty. And one thing I never understand why people don't utilize is tiramisu. Tiramisu is a very easy cake to make. Oh, also, thank you for the person that bought the Ocean Buddy sticker pack. That was Meower. Thank you. But tiramisu is very easy to make, so I never understand why people don't use it to make themed dishes, because you can easily make like a little pattern on top of it, and then have that be how it's themed. You're paying for the Instagram post, of the Pokemon Cafe? I guess, and then it makes me wonder, like, I don't know, I don't even post things to Instagram, so do you make money from Instagram? Like, is that something that people do? Can confirm it's not good, so you've been. Hold on, let me see if I can find the tiramisu thing that I'm thinking about on our host's blog too, because they just reblogged something that I was like, this is such a simple way to like make a themed dish, and I don't know why people don't do it.